we move, we morph, we change, we fall down, we can be cut like trees, we can go through all these changes, but we can neither be destroyed or be turned into something that is completely new, that we're just created from something that is a part of who we were. According to the law of conversion of mass, in a chemical reaction, mass is neither created or destroyed. Meaning that through all these things that we go through in life, even modern science said that we cannot be destroyed, nor can we create a new person or a new thing. It will never lose our identity. We'll never lose our connection to who we are and what we've come from. We're all just continuations of things. We're a continuation of love. We're continuations of pain. We're continuations of failure. We're continuations of wins. We're continuations of people falling out of love and falling back into love. We're continuations of all these experiences and all these people. Nothing has been created or destroyed since the beginning of time, meaning that everything around you has been here, including you. Even looking at the grandmother egg theory, meaning that if you're a woman, all of the eggs that you've ever had have been inside of your mother, your grandmother, basically. Meaning that before your mom was even born, you were already created. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how insane that is? Do you know how perfectly precise things have to be for that to happen? You're not random. You're not something that just fell out of the sky. You're not something that has no meaning. You're not someone who has no meaning. You have meaning, you have purpose, you have a reason for being here. And I know when we go through things, it can feel like the person that we were, the person that we love, the person that we got to know within ourselves is destroyed. And we become a new person. We become addicted to things. We become so dependent on other people and we forget who we were. But know that the person who had a hobby, the person who loved to do a certain sport, the person who had a favorite TV show, the person who had a song that they loved to listen to is still within you. That person cannot be destroyed. That person can't go away. That person can't be erased. That person is in you. That person has always been in you. That person will always be a part of you. And the more that you try to get rid of a person, or the more that you try to run from that person, you will just begin to morph into all these other things and morph into, like, let's use water. Let's say the water's in a creek, and then the creek gets infested with all these different things, and the water's like, hey, I'm out of here. I'm just about to go down to this way where I'm about to get frozen. I'm cool. So they go, they get frozen, but the little things that was in the creek is still in them. They're just frozen because they didn't deal with the issue. They didn't let the rocks be a filter for it. They didn't sit through the pain. They didn't sit through the agony. They didn't get through it. They just thought, hey, if I morph into something else, then I'm just going to forget. But then the water freezes and the water's like, dang, like this icky stuff is still in me. Let me try to become smoke, because like I said, matter cannot be created or destroyed. We're just morphing. So you're morphing into this other person. Let's say you're morphing into the smoke, and the smoke spreads and you realize this icky stuff is still in me. It's still in me. It's still there. I don't understand. I've morphed. I've changed. Where is this going? And then you just have to realize, when you go back to your original state and you go back to the things that fill you with pain, the things that hurt you, and you make peace with them, and you realize that they're always going to be there. They're always going to be a part of you. Those memories will always be there. But if you make peace with that poison, you'll be able to filter it through rocks. You'll be able to let go. And you won't morph your pain into other dimensions and carry it along with you and all these different things. But now as you change and you morph and you've let go of these different things and you've allowed things to filter your pain and you've allowed things to help you get through what you needed to get through, as you begin to morph into other things and morph into getting to know yourself and morph into new hobbies, you'll be able to enjoy them because you won't be running from something. You won't be running from an identity. You won't be running from a thing that happened to you or a person that did something to you. And I know that when we go through things, it can be really hard to sit in the murky water with the poison. It can be really, really hard because you want to do everything and you want to get out of it and you want everything. You just want a clean little pool. Like, you just want clear water, nothing going on, vibing. But sometimes the poison in our lives can teach us things. Once you realize the power in things not being created and not being destroyed, that means that every problem that's been in your life, you didn't create those issues. You didn't do that. It was just a part of life. And I think people have this thing in their head, and society feeds us this lie that life is just supposed to be perfect poly lollipops. And even with like technology and all those different things that feed this false sense of security, this false sense of you're going to get things when you want to get them, you're going to know why things are happening when you want to know why they're happening. You're going to be able to Amazon Prime your blessing. You're going to be able to order the reasoning on why you're going through this hurtful thing. You're going to be able to drive instead of walk to the end of your journey. You see how all these fast things have created a false sense of security, this false sense of I'm going to get to the thing faster and life is going to be la-di-da-di-da-di-da. Guys, life is like, I'm trying to think of an analogy for slow burn. I'm not really like a cook, so what's something that burns slow? I'm going to go with those little pigs that be on the rolling thing, you know? And for what I've seen from like movies, they take a while to cook. But people love to eat them. People enjoy them. And just understand, life is not a package. Life is not lotion. Life is not Play-Doh that you can order online that you're going to get in 5 seconds. Life is not those things. Life can be hard. Life can suck. Life can feel like you're getting a million bricks pushed on you at one time, while simultaneously a monkey is punching you in the face while you're locked to one of those little head things while people are throwing tomatoes at you. Life can feel like that. Bible verse. I'm going to read it off my screen in case you guys see me looking down. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 says, we are hard pressed on every side, yet not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed. The verse continues, always carrying about in the body of the dying Lord of Jesus, and that life of Jesus also may be manifested in our body. That is literally the law of conversion of mass. Nothing, you can't be created or destroyed. You can't be destroyed by your circumstances. You can't be destroyed by a person. You can't be destroyed by the things around you. No one can destroy you. You're literally indestructible. Life is literally continuations. Pick yourself up.